Antonio starts right now.
A man shot at Twin Peaks overnight after a struggle with a San Antonio police officer, and it involved a taser. What police are saying happened just before shots were fired.
A San Antonio family is looking for answers this morning after their windows were shot up. What they're asking for to find out who did this coming up.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City. Not a cloud in the sky from this perspective. 35 degrees. What does the rest of Super Bowl Sunday look like? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. But for now, good morning. Happy Sunday. It is 8 a.m. It is Super Bowl Sunday. What do you have planned?
I don't have much plans.
Okay.
Cowboys fan. I don't have,
Right.
You don't have a dog in the fight.
Yeah,
but,
you're Switzerland.
Right. But you are an Eagles fan.
Right.
Max, it's not his fault he's an Eagles fan. He was born an Eagles fan from.
He was born this way.
Born this way from Philadelphia. And Sarah Spivey, hardcore Chiefs fan. So yes. I have just been playing ref all morning.
We're going to ask you for your prediction of the game.
We are.
So you have time to think about it.
I think the commercials are going to be great.
No, don't be that person. I just hope it's going to be a great game. Don't be that person.
No, I hope the commercials are good.
Okay.
You know what? It is going to be a great game, Max. And you and I have a friendly bet on the outcome. All right, let's go ahead and take a look outside right now. There are some clouds moving in from the west right now. This is a shot at the airport looking west, and you can see those clouds off in the distance. They'll be increasing throughout the day, so that's a big difference in the weather from yesterday. But it's still going to be a pretty nice day for us all across the board. In fact, temperatures are going to be comfortable after this cold start. It's 35 degrees at the airport right now, but elsewhere we're seeing temperatures still below freezing, like in Rio Medina, Bulverde at 28 in Bernie, 29 in Kerrville, 32 in Hondo, but it is above freezing now in Seguin, New Braunfels, and Canyon Lake. Temperatures will be on the rise. It's going to be a gorgeous day with those increasing clouds. First Sunday of the rodeo. If you're planning on heading out to the fairgrounds or to AT&T Center, here's what you can expect for the day today. Temperatures will be climbing into the 60s this afternoon. 66, south-southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Getting chilly tonight with temperatures falling into the 50s. Now that's a look at the rodeo forecast. I've got a look at the forecast tonight for anybody out and about enjoying the Super Bowl later on today. And we're going to talk about big temperature swings in the work week ahead. I've got everything you need to be prepared coming up in a bit. Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, a man is in the hospital after a shooting at a Twin Peaks on the far west side. San Antonio police say it happened just before midnight at a Twin Peaks on Southwest Loop 410. An off-duty Somerset police officer was working security when he was trying to escort a man out of the restaurant. When a fight broke out in the parking lot, SAPD says the man took the officer's taser and used it on him. That's when the officer grabbed his gun and shot back, hitting the man in the chest. He was taken to University Hospital in critical condition.
Another man in critical condition this morning after being shot on the city's east side. San Antonio police still searching for who's responsible. So take a look. This happened around 11 last night. Police tell us a man walked up to a home, rang the doorbell looking for someone inside. Now, someone answered, said he had the wrong house. That's when the man got upset and shot the homeowner. The suspect took off. Police unable to get a description, but are still searching for the person who pulled the trigger.
A family is shaken up after what they're calling a random act of violence. It happened last Monday night around 10 p.m. The front window of their home and windows on the couple's truck were shot and broke through their home northwest of Castle Hills. Jessica Lopez says they called police that night. SAPD is investigating this as a criminal mischief case. According to the police report, the holes in the windows seem to be consistent with a BB or pellet gun. Lopez hopes whoever is responsible thinks twice before doing it again.
Was it really worth it, right? I mean, what were you trying to get out of it, and did you achieve that, and at what cost?
Another vehicle's windows were shot at down the street, had some damage, same as Lopez's husband's truck. According to the same police report, Lopez is asking anyone who has video of that might help them reach this person who is responsible.
Well, it's Rodeo San Antonio, the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo going on through the weekend. Several events lined up for today, including horse cutting.
Alyssa Cole joining us live from the rodeo grounds where cowboys and cowgirls are preparing to show off their cutting skills. Alyssa, please tell us about this.
Yes, good morning. I'm here in the Coliseum Arena, and the horse cutting event just started a few moments ago. You can see those cowboys and cowgirls preparing for the event. It's about to start in just a few seconds. But horse cutting, for those of you who don't know, this is how it works. This group of cows you see there, what these horseback riders are going to do, their goal is to cut out, that's to remove, to separate at least one of those cows. Got a little, excited there, right? But to cut out one of those cows or a calf and separate them from the group for as long as possible. Now, in real life, they're doing this because they want to separate that cow to brand them and, of course, to put them back in the group. But here at the rodeo today, it's here to show off technique, skill, and, of course, to put on that entertainment for those who enjoy this type of experience. So, again, this is happening throughout the day. It's here in the Coliseum Arena. So if you find yourself down at the rodeo, there's plenty of space, there's plenty of chairs to come on down and be a part of this experience. Reporting live from the rodeo grounds, Alyssa Cole, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alyssa. Well, February is American Heart Month, and heart health is something families around the country, around Texas, and around San Antonio, families need to focus on this.
So joining us to talk about heart health is Dr. Don Huey with UT Health San Antonio. Good morning, doctor. Thank you so much for making time for us this morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
So just to set a foundation, what exactly is heart disease and who does it affect?
That's a great question. Heart disease is, the first thing to know about heart disease is that it is the number one reason that people die, both for men and women in the United States and in many parts of the world. Heart disease is just a very broad term, but it means several conditions that affect how well the heart functions and how well the heart is healthy.
Now, in terms of who it affects, it doesn't discriminate age or where you're from, right?
Correct. Age is one of the risk factors, but other important risk factors include diabetes, high cholesterol, smoking, and obesity.
When you say smoking, does that include vaping as well?
Vaping is pretty new and we're still learning quite a bit about its effects, so I think that remains to be determined.
In terms of warning signs, what should people look out for?
Okay. Well, I think most people recognize that, the well-described crushing or very severe chest pain in the left chest is a very clear warning sign. And most people know that if that happens, you should call 911 and get to the hospital. But there are some more subtle signs, which actually I think are more common in the population nowadays. Another way that heart disease presents is that people think it's heartburn, but that heartburn doesn't go away with heartburn medication. So that is a very common sign of heart disease. More chronic heart failure signs include swelling in the legs, feeling shortness of breath or fatigue when you're doing your usual activity. Women and people with diabetes also present with less common, what we call atypical signs, and those would be pain in other locations such as the back or the abdomen rather than the chest. Pain in the neck or the jaw is also a sign of heart disease.
Okay, let's talk about prevention. So at what age should people be going to their doctor and asking for what tests to be done?
Okay, that depends a little bit on your personal risk factors as well as family history. So if you have a family history of people having heart disease at a very young age, then you should go and seek care from a consultation from a primary care doctor to talk about it. And I would recommend generally if, at 5 to 10 years younger than the person in your family who had the presentation of their heart disease. Otherwise, I think if you don't have risk factors such as diabetes, smoking, obesity, generally seeking consultation with your primary care doctor at about the age of 40. But, especially in Bexar County, very many people have diabetes. That's an extremely strong risk factor. So certainly if you have diabetes, talking to your doctor about screening for heart disease would be important.
We talked about risk factors. How prevalent is heart disease here in San Antonio?
It's unfortunately very common, and we see it commonly in young people. And again, that's because of a very high prevalence of diabetes in this area. There's a very strong family history component that we see as well in this area.
So as a physician, what does someone's daily lifestyle choices affect their heart?
This is this is the hard part, because it's all the little decisions you make during the day, and that doesn't mean that you have to live a completely joyless life. As we say, everything in moderation. So only the things that really should be completely cut out are smoking and heavy alcohol use. Alcohol in moderation is okay, and there are some studies suggesting that alcohol that includes red wine may be favorable, but other important aspects of heart health care and daily living include exercise, or at least activity that gets you up and moving around. Exercise doesn't have to mean going to the gym or running 5 miles. It can include things that are fun, such as hiking, running around with children or grandchildren, just anything that gets your heart rate up. The recommendation is to have 150 minutes a week, so that would be about 30 minutes over 5 days of moderate to intense activity. Heart healthy diet is very important. Again, things in moderation. It's okay to eat red meat and occasionally fried food, but in general you want to try to avoid those. Focus on vegetables, fruits, and lean meats.
All right, Doctor, thank you so much for starting your morning with us. We really appreciate it. Anyone who has any questions or wants to watch the interview in its entirety, we're going to have that on KSAT.com throughout the day. Time now, 8:11. 35 degrees out.
Well, the Federal Drug Administration, they are considering easing up on blood restrictions for the LGBTQ plus community. What this means for our local blood donations.
And speaking of local, taking a live look out at the Alamo City, a crisp start to your Super Bowl Sunday morning. What is the rest of the day? What's that grilling forecast look like? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments.
Here's what we're all talking about, though. This is a live look at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Of course, it's Super Bowl Sunday, and there's a lot of excitement and hype around the matchup between the Chiefs and the Eagles. Jalen Hurts versus Patrick Mahomes. And, of course, the highly anticipated halftime performance, which I'm excited for, by Rihanna.
All right, it is Super Bowl Sunday, and in honor of that, our producer thought it would be fun to do some Super Bowl trivia.
Yeah. Okay, so these questions were put together by Trivia Question Quiz. All right, so let's see how much we know. Now, I didn't let Max or Sarah or myself look up.
I already know this one.
Yeah, me too.
When did the Super Bowl start? Well, I didn't know.
Max and I know it.
Why is it not A, B, or C? That's my thing.
Max and I know it. So what's your guess?
Was it 66?
No.
No, it's 67. Yeah.
Number 2. We'll say B on that one. All right. Oh, here's an easy one for you. Yeah. So, what player has played in the most Super Bowls?
Oh, isn't it Tom Brady?
Yeah,
yes.
It is.
Okay, I don't like him.
Okay.
That we'll say that's C.
That's a hot take.
Next
right.
question.
Trivia, not hot take, Sarah.
What is
I don't
the
know
most
this one at
eaten
all.
food?
I'm going to say
during the
wings.
Super Bowl? I'm going to go with wings as well.
Yeah.
I would say pizza. Yeah, that made sense.
Got him.
All right, your turn, Sarah.
The Vince Lombardi Trophy is made of sterling and silver.
Sterling silver.
Sterling silver. That's what I thought. Crafted by what company?
I know it.
What are you going with?
I'm going to say Cartier.
What are you going to say?
I'm going to say 1.
Tiffany.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't think it would be Tiffany.
It would be crazy if that'd be interesting if America's Diamond.
Yeah, no idea. When it
You're
comes
from
to
San
jewelry,
Antonio and America's Diamonds comes up. Yeah.
I defer to you guys when it comes to jewelry. But for those of us who will be grilling outside today, what can we expect?
Well, the weather's going to be pretty pleasant. Now, we are going to be seeing increasing clouds, temperatures in the 60s, so a little bit on the cool side, but not all that bad. Outside right now, I'm showing you the satellite image from space because I want to show you how those clouds are moving in from the west right now. You can see that the sun is rising as we speak, and so areas around San Antonio, Austin, fairly clear skies at the moment, but Del Rio dealing with some clouds, and those clouds are moving in from the west. So throughout the day today, we're going to see clouds increase. In fact, we're looking off to the west here, and you can actually see the clouds increasing there. It's 35 degrees, cold outside right now, but temperatures are already on the rise. It's 32 freezing in Hondo, below freezing in Kerrville. It's 45 in Del Rio. Good morning in Pleasanton. It's 36 degrees in Pleasanton. Let's get a closer look at neighborhoods around San Antonio. Helotes was below freezing, but now at 36. It's 30 now in Boerne, even though temperatures were just in the upper 20s. So we're already seeing temperatures on the rise. We'll be in the low 50s just in the next couple of hours here. And notice that afternoon, those clouds really start to increase. 66 degrees for the high temperature right around 3-4 p.m. Winds are not going to be as breezy as they were yesterday. We'll have winds from the southwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then tonight it should get fairly chilly once the sun sets at 6:20. So a lot of people going to Super Bowl parties, going to be hanging out at neighbors' houses or things like that. So if you're leaving and heading home after the game, here's your forecast. It's going to be pretty chilly. Temperatures will be in the 50s with a few clouds out there this evening. All right, let's talk about the week ahead. There is a low pressure system that is currently pushing through areas in Georgia and bringing Carolinas a lot of rain, as well as parts of Virginia, even some snowfall for parts of the mountains out there. Well, that's moving off to the east. In its wake, high pressure has settled over Texas, and that's why we're not really seeing any significant rainfall across the state of Texas at all. There will be an area of low pressure that's currently over California moving into Texas, bringing parts of the state rain by Monday night. Unfortunately for us here in San Antonio, this low is going to track to the north. And so areas from Wichita, Kansas, Oklahoma City, all the way down to Dallas are expected to get the bulk of the rain from this system. We are going to be on the tail end of this system. This is a snapshot at the pre-dawn hours of Tuesday. So Monday night into Tuesday, we could have 1 or 2 isolated showers around San Antonio, only looking at perhaps up to about 1/10 of an inch of rain or so. And even by the morning commute, all of that should be well east of San Antonio. So we won't even have to worry about it impacting the morning commute in any big way. Instead, what we'll see as the most impact on Tuesday are going to be some windy conditions, higher fire danger, and the like on Tuesday. So rain is not in the cards in a big way for us this week, but temperatures are going to kind of be all over the place. So as we look at the high temperatures in the week ahead, tomorrow will be near 70 degrees, 75 on Valentine's Day, Tuesday, 80 degrees on Wednesday. You're going to want to dress for spring up until Wednesday, but then a strong cold front will arrive on Wednesday night. That'll set up a fairly chilly forecast for us as we end the week. Highs will only be in the 50s and low 60s, and forecasting another light freeze on Friday morning of this upcoming week. So if you have any very sensitive vegetation, I'd be aware of that on Friday morning, but we don't expect to be below freezing for more than an hour on Friday morning, guys.
Your plants outside?
Yeah.
They're back outside.
Yeah, I moved them.
Okay.
I think
workout
they'll be
yesterday.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
you,
I'll
Sarah.
let you know.
Time now, 8:21, 37 degrees out.
New life was just welcomed in at a zoo in Miami. Oh my goodness, look at those faces. All right, we're going to give you a look at the cutest baby otters.
Good morning and welcome back. So the Miami Zoo sharing these photos of their newest arrivals, 3 newborn otters.
The zoo says the North American river otter pups all appear healthy. Their mom, Xenia, is taking good care of them. The zoo says North American river otters can survive in the wild for about 10 years. Under human care, they can live twice as long.
Okay, and a not so wise owl who spent a week inside a college library, finally a free bird.
The owl flew into the library through a chimney at Agnes Scott College near Atlanta. For 5 days, the school closed most of the library and dimmed the lighting.
So on Friday, the library director confirming the owl has been captured and has been safely released. They just wanted to, read some good books.
Yeah, he's so wise.
So wise. Time now, much wiser now. Time now, 8:25, 37 degrees out.
Before we head to break, we want to wish a big happy birthday to Elma Gonzalez. She is a big fan of GMSA. This is also the aunt of our producer extraordinaire, Caitlin. Miss Elma, thank you so much for watching. Your niece tells us that you love to gamble, so I hope that you get to go to Kickapoo today. Happy birthday.
Put some money on the game.
Yeah.
All right. Another unidentified object shot down, this time in Canada, what the Canadian Prime Minister is saying. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. I'm Max Massey.
I'm Sarah Acosta, and of course, we all know what day it is.
What day is it?
It's a big game.
It's a big game. It is Super Bowl Sunday, so we've been teasing it throughout the morning. What is your prediction? Who wins?
I don't know, I kind of want the Chiefs to
Now,
win.
who do you want? Who do you think's going to win?
Okay. Well, I really don't care who wins, honestly. I don't know. I think the Eagles might win.
Okay. Lock
Just because
it in.
everyone wants the Chiefs to
No,
win.
but listen,
Sarah
she said,
Spivey, who do you think's going to win?
Sarah said the Chiefs before you made her say the Eagles.
No, I did not. I did no such thing. There was
I
no
feel
coercion.
like I'm being a pawn right now, and I don't appreciate that.
Well, you're just stuck in the middle, Sarah. It's the way it is. Yeah, in case you're just joining us, Max is a Eagles fan for life. I've been a Chiefs fan for life, and for most of the time we're friends, but today we're not. Let's go ahead and take a look at the satellite. You can see that clouds are increasing from the west. It's now starting to get fairly cloudy out near Del Rio, but we're just seeing those clouds move into San Antonio. I love this satellite. You can see each individual cloud from space. Really cool there. It's cold this morning. Temperatures are still in the 30s, 35 in New Braunfels and in San Antonio. It's 37 in Uvalde, still just at freezing in Hondo, and 29 in Kerrville. But the sun is up. We're going to warm up today, even with those clouds increasing. A lot of people going to be grilling today for the big game. 51 at 10, 60 at noon. It's going to be a cool day, mostly cloudy in the afternoon, high temperature of 66, and winds only from the south-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Coming up, we're going to talk about how temperatures are going to go all over the place in the week ahead. I've got those details in just a few minutes. Max, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Important news to tell you about this morning. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office warning families in our area of scam calls. And these calls are calling from someone who's pretending to be with the sheriff's office, and they're demanding money. Take a listen to what it sounds like.
Hello, this is Sergeant John Perez with the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. Trying to establish initial contact. It'd be in your best interest to contact me as soon as you receive this message.
So the warning came out on their Facebook page last night, saying that if a victim calls back, they're asked to pay a fine to avoid being arrested. BCSO said in a statement that they do not take payments over the phone, and they will never ask someone to pay up on the phone. They also say a way to identify if the call is a scam is if you hear a mispronunciation of Bexar County, like you heard in that recording. They said Bexar County.
Well, looking ahead, the blood donor pool could soon grow as the FDA is considering easing restrictions for the LGBTQ plus community. The proposed change would get rid of a 3-month abstinence requirement for bi and homosexual men. Instead, all potential donors would participate in a questionnaire that takes into account their HIV risk. So last Monday, our community only had a day supply of blood type O, was less than half a day supply with 120 units available. Staff with the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center, they're hopeful that the change would expand our available donor pool.
We welcome these changes. They're based in science, and it really helps our community in the long run because that means we're going to have more blood for patients who need it.
So what's next for this proposal? There will be a 60-day comment period for the public to give comments or ask questions. From there, the FDA will take that information and decide whether or not to make the guidance final. We'll have a link on KSAT.com for where you can ask questions and make those comments to the FDA.
All right, headed to the state capitol. According to the late addition to the Austin City Council agenda, the Austin City Council will discuss moving on from their city manager, Spencer Cronk, possibly appointing an interim replacement just this Wednesday. So the agenda item was added by Mayor Kirk Watson and 3 Austin City Council members. If it passes on Wednesday, it will allow the City of Austin's governing body to authorize severance pay for the now city manager and take action on creating a transition plan. The Austin city manager has faced intense scrutiny after the recent ice storm that left tens of thousands of customers in Austin without electricity for days. They complained that there was a lack of initial information about restoring power, and clearly that only added to community frustrations.
An F-22 fighter jet shot down an unidentified object on Saturday, this time over Canada. So Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau released a statement that says, in part, quote, "I ordered the takedown of an unidentified object that violated Canadian airspace." Canadian and the U.S. aircraft were scrambled, and a U.S. F-22 successfully fired at the object. This is now the 3rd time the U.S. military has brought down objects that have violated U.S. and now Canadian airspace in the past week.
Now to the search and rescue efforts in Turkey after that deadly earthquake last Monday. The death toll crossing the 28,000 person mark. However, day in and day out, miracles continue to happen. Survivors being found throughout the rubble. Stories continue to emerge from the area of these remarkable rescues. The one you're seeing here, a woman rescued from the rubble 132 hours after that earthquake. That's 5.5 days living in the rubble. After spending days under that debris, there's a 3 or 4-year-old girl. She asked rescuers for a whole lot of Coca-Cola as medics tended to her. Lastly, a man and his wife found alive overnight after 138 hours. That's almost 6 days living in the aftermath. All right, let's rodeo San Antonio. We know this is the first weekend at the rodeo, and there is so much going on.
That's where we find our GMSA's Alyssa Cole. She is at the AT&T Center. Alyssa, what's going on over there?
Yes, good morning, you all. This is horse cutting inside the Coliseum Arena. I want to show you really quick. Oh, well, we just missed it just a few moments ago. They were just in the middle of doing the horse cutting technique, but you can still see straight ahead. You see that herd of cows there. The purpose is for the cowboys and the different cowgirls to remove a cow from that herd. In real life, they remove the cow from the herd so they can brand them, of course, and put them back in the group. But of course, here at the rodeo today, it's here for entertainment. It's here to show off that technique and that skill set that it takes to do a job like this. This is a lifestyle. This is a career for some. And here, a lot of people get to watch on and they get to enjoy this experience. Now, of course, if you plan to be at the rodeo today before the Super Bowl, come on through this area. It will be happening all day, the horse cutting and the different events. If you have any information or if you have any questions on what time, where, if you're looking to go to the carnival, if you're looking to go to other activities, everything is listed on our website at KSAT.com. Reporting live from the rodeo grounds, Alyssa Cole, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alyssa. Well, this coming Tuesday, February 14th, the Bob Woodruff Foundation hosting the Got Your Six Summit. It's a summit that focuses on how we can more effectively support our veterans and military families in and around our community.
Joining us in today's Leading SA segment is CEO of the Bob Woodruff Foundation, Anne Marie Doherty. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
So for those who don't know, what is the mission of the Bob Woodruff Foundation?
Well, at the Bob Woodruff Foundation, our job is to find, fund, shape, and accelerate solutions that help our veterans, our military community, caregivers, and their families have successful futures after they serve in the military.
So what is the purpose of the Got Your Six Summit?
So many of you may know the term Got Your Six. It's military lingo for I've got your back. So the purpose of the summit is for us to show, the Bob Woodruff Foundation to show one of the ways that we've got our service members' backs. It really might surprise you that nationwide, 1 in 8 military families struggle with food insecurity, and roughly 1 in 5 veterans experience mental health issues. So we're hosting the summit to bring to the forefront the challenges that our service members and veterans face, but we really want to take the opportunity to talk about the solutions that we can bring to bear to tackle those challenges.
This might seem like an obvious question to so many people who grew up in San Antonio, but why host it here in Military City, USA?
Well, you said it, Military City, USA. It's with one of the nation's largest active and retired military populations. And frankly, San Antonio is the best example in the US of a thriving city that's adjacent to a major military installation. And I know you all know military connected individuals, they're the fabric of San Antonio. So what we wanted to do at the Bob Woodruff Foundation is shine a light on the incredible work that's being done in San Antonio and bring to bear replicable solutions for other cities across the country.
So you talked about a lot of the issues that you guys are helping with: mental health, food insecurity for some military families. So what are some other issues that the summit will focus on?
We're going to focus on issues that veterans and military families navigate daily. So that's going to range from food insecurity and basic human needs to caregiver support, childcare, employment, healthcare, housing, mental health services. So you can see we're going to cover a lot during the summit. The Bob Woodruff Foundation has invested $9 million in 2022 to address these issues. And we're hoping from the things that we learn at the summit that we'll invest even more.
All right, for anyone watching, who should attend and how can they learn more?
I'm so excited. We have over 350 people attending the summit. They range from nonprofit leaders, military and civic leaders, and we're going to get together with the veterans in the community, service members, and that includes the active duty Guard and Reserve, military family members, and even some caregivers who are living in San Antonio.
All right. Anne-Marie Doherty with the Bob Woodruff Foundation, thank you so much for joining us this morning. For our viewers, if you want to watch this interview or find all that information, you'll find it later on our website at ksat.com this morning.
Time now, 8:40, 38 degrees out.
Take a look outside with live cam. 38 degrees, a chilly start to our morning. Max, where you going? You're walking off?
I thought we were taking a live look at
There's
Glendale.
our
trying
live
to
cam.
This is live cam in San Antonio. I thought we were taking a live look.
So focused.
I'm locked in. It is game day. I woke up ready.
Can we take the live? There it is.
There it is. I had game day jitters, even woke up early. What you're looking at, Glendale, Arizona. Super Bowl Sunday is here. So much excitement, so much hype. Obviously, Kansas City. We got Pat Mahomes. And then on the other side of the ball, the great Eagles defense, the great story of Jalen Hurts. What an amazing game it is going to be. And of course, Sarah, what are you most excited about?
Oh, the halftime show.
All right.
Rihanna, Umbrella,
Okay, we're going to go before you keep singing.
The countdown is on for Super Bowl 57 and lots of excitement and hype around the strong matchup between Max's Eagles and Sarah Spivey's Kansas City Chiefs.
Strong matchup. All right, ABC's Melissa Aiden in Glendale, Arizona for a big game preview and what we can expect.
The strongest football teams in the NFL entering the final matchup, Super Bowl 57, and they're expecting the battle for championship glory to be fierce.
It'll be a great game. I mean, it'll be a battle. You got the best of the best playing against one another.
The Philadelphia Eagles recorded the most regular season wins in team history, led by quarterback Jalen Hurts. The Kansas City Chiefs returning to the Super Bowl after a heroic effort from QB Patrick Mahomes to win back-to-back playoff games despite a serious leg injury. Mahomes seeking to become the first black quarterback to win 2 Super Bowl rings.
Not necessarily trying to get close to Brady, but I mean, if you look at the list of quarterbacks that have won 2 Super Bowls, it's not a very long list.
The head coaches have their work cut out for them. Both teams with strong defenses, so they will have to adjust to the style of these QBs. And fans eagerly anticipating a spectacular halftime performance. Rihanna making a comeback on stage 7 years and 1 baby later. She aims to make those 13 minutes count.
That's what this show's going to be. It's going to be a celebration of my catalog in the best way that we could have put it together.
As music, football, and fans gather for America's greatest sporting event. As for game day weather, the stadium roof is retractable and is expected to stay open, meaning that fans can enjoy some great weather here today with highs in the mid-70s. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Glendale, Arizona.
I love that. That's so cool. It is a retractable roof. Should be beautiful out there.
So the angels in heaven can even watch.
Yeah, it is America's greatest sporting event. I know, well, speaking of the weather, 41 degrees. So we started at what, 34 today?
Yeah. We started at 33, actually, guys. Yeah, so we are warming up, which is good.
You're supposed to.
Well,
I don't know. I told her to go away because she's a Chiefs fan. It was a whole thing.
Walking away from
messing with me.
It's a push and pull of the morning. I don't know.
He's messing with me. All right, we're going to tell you guys about the bet that Max and I have in a bit. But first, I do want to get you through your Sunday and your week ahead. Let's take a look at the pollen count. Moles are low at 370. You know what I don't see on that pollen count? Mountain cedar. Mountain cedar season usually ends right about now, so we'll have to wait and see if mountain cedar is done for good, but it's not in the air today, which is some good news. As we take a look at this morning's temperatures and clouds, you can see that clouds are moving in from the west. It's still freezing in Kerrville, 28 in Comfort, 32 in Hondo. Cold around San Antonio, yes, but just above freezing. As we zoom out a little bit more, again, notice these clouds are moving in. It's 45 in Del Rio, 38 in Uvalde, and it's 45 in Pleasanton. So we are seeing those clouds move in, and as we look ahead to the future cast for the day today, by the afternoon we're going to have mostly cloudy skies. Those are mainly going to be those high-thin cirrus clouds, bit of a milky hue to the sky, but enough to keep our temperatures from warming to above average. Average this time of year is 67. We're going to be just shy of that here in San Antonio. It'll be 62 in Kerrville, 66 in Uvalde, 66 in Del Rio, 64 in New Braunfels, and 59 in Rock Springs. As you look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, again, clouds are going to be increasing here in the coming hours. Temperatures will already be near 60 degrees around noon. In the afternoon, we'll be in the mid-60s under mostly cloudy skies. Winds today are going to be from the southwest, fairly light at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's been windy the last couple of days, so we won't have to deal with that wind today, which is good news. Then tonight, temperatures are going to fall into the 50s. So if you're going out to watch the Super Bowl somewhere on your way home, it's going to be a little chilly with temperatures nearer to 50 degrees. As we look at the weather setup, here's the exiting system that's continuing to bring rainfall to parts of southeastern United States, the Appalachian Mountains. In its wake, high pressure has settled in. High pressure compresses the air, prevents us from seeing showers and storms developing. High means dry, and as you can see across the state of Texas, it is dry. However, in the coming days, low pressure system, which is currently out over California, is going to bring rain to parts of Texas. Unfortunately for us in San Antonio, that low is going to be too far to the north. So it's going to bring Wichita, Oklahoma City, Dallas, Fort Worth, and North Texas some rain. But here in San Antonio, the area that needs the rain the most is going to miss out on healthy rainfall. We'll instead see isolated light showers throughout the evening, Monday night into Tuesday morning, but by the morning commute, all that rain will be out to the east. As far as rainfall amounts go, maybe 1/10 of an inch. That's it. Then behind that, it'll become pretty windy on Tuesday. So low winds today, but even tomorrow and Tuesday going to be pretty windy. And as I mentioned, rain chances are fairly low, 30%, less than 1/10 of an inch of rain. We have another measly shot at rain Wednesday night, only 20%. But a big part of the weather this week will be the temperatures. Temperatures are going to be warm for the first part of the week, 75 on Valentine's Day, 80 on Wednesday. But then by Wednesday night, a front's going to move through, and that'll bring us a light freeze even Friday, Saturday morning, with highs only in the 50s and 60s. All right, guys, we got a bet, okay? If the Eagles win, I will wear
Nick Foles, Super Bowl 52 jersey.
I will wear that, and I will say that phrase.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
And if Max wins, he has to put on my youth large jersey.
I think just the contradiction of sizes is the best part, because Sarah Spivey would literally be flooded in this.
Hey, I got
Could you fit this over your head?
I don't even know that's
I got the youth large because it was $60 cheaper.
Fair.
So, you know what? And
okay, so you have to put this jersey on, not the other jersey that you said you'd bring.
Yeah, but the Chiefs have to win first.
Yeah, they do.
Okay,
they
but
do.
if the Chiefs win, you have to put on this youth large jersey.
Sorry,
make
it's a youth extra large.
Youth extra large. Okay, gave you a size.
We needed the X on there.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see what happens, Max.
Time now, 8:52, 42 degrees out.
Just here for the, the comments.
And you're just here to stir the pot. We'll be right back.
Alrighty, increasing clouds today, 66 for the high temperature. Tomorrow a chilly start at 45, but we'll make it up to 70 degrees. Then overnight, Monday to Tuesday morning, I think some light rain is possible, but really only about 30% coverage. It's going to be windy Monday night and on Tuesday as well. As we look ahead to the weather, warming up to 80 degrees on Wednesday, and then temperatures will slide down to the 50s and 60s for highs for the second part of the week. So dress for both spring and winter this week.
Okay. What's the final score going to be? Quickly.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go with 21-17 on a weird score.
Max, I like
weird
that.
Max, you have 8
we'll
seconds.
say 24-21.
Oh, Chiefs.
Eagles. Have a great day. Go Birds.
Cheesecake.